How's it going, everybody? We're back with another Digimon Beatbreak episode review. It's episode 10, A True Friend. We're picking right back off where we left off in episode 9. I don't remember. Oh, Utopia. Before I begin, please do not forget to hit the like button, share the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified of more videos like this one, and go ahead and visit that Patreon right there in the description, right down there. Go ahead and visit it. Appreciate you for doing that. So I love being vindicated. Hold on, gotta do it like the not the major. You guys know Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Vindication. I'm vindicated. I knew it. And within 10 episodes, we get an evolution. Somehow I knew it. This episode is basically, it's about bonds between Chiropmon and Makoto, Hakuto and her father, Hakuto and Shademon, Hakuto and Makoto. I wonder if they actually did that on purpose, because she obviously likes him. Because she even mentions that him, Kuonji Makoto from the Kuonji, like heir to the Kuonji industry, still talk to somebody like her again in this utopia. It's very much classist. Pretty sure if there were other people who weren't Japanese, they would probably be racist too, right? So yeah, Makoto is such a girl name. It's really hard for me. Is that really like an androgynous name in Japan, Makoto? Usually, like every time I hear Makoto, I think of Makoto Kusanagi. I think of the Major. Also, guys, I've been calling this Digimon Chiropmon the whole time, and y'all have not told me that it's Chiropmon. You know, short for Chiroptera, which is the one of the, I think it's the Genghis names for bats, which Chiropmon is. I'm still fighting off calling him Chiropmon, because that's what I've been calling the whole time. I don't know if I'm slightly dyslexic or not, or if that was just spell check messing with me. But Chiropmon. Should we start with the backstory of Sunny? I thought Sunny was the guy, was the broker they're talking to. No, her dad's name is Sunny. For a guy named Sunny, he sure is an asshole. So yeah, let's talk about that, because we do get a flashback. Because remember, she stole our boy Chiropmon. I still want to call him Chirpo, the baby Batmon, because you know, if they dub this, they're gonna call it Batmon. Just, which is funny because his name is Batmon. Wait till you see the evolution. Wait till you see it. So Hakuto, we see her talking to her mom. And by the way, I'm not telling any of this in order. I'm just talking about the episode. We see her talking to her mom. I guess it's a dream flashback for her. And her asshole dad is just looking to the side. Remember, they got kicked out of the Shangri-La egg because he was doing, was it insider trading? Racketeering, I think. Racketeering or fraud, one of those two. And, you know, she's crying to her mom. She's like, why do you have to leave? Why are you going? She's like, you know, and she's asking, don't you still love me? She's like, yeah, no, I still love you, baby girl. Like, I love you. But, you know, your daddy has a bad obsession with money. And my instant thought goes, why didn't you take your daughter with you instead of leaving her with the guy who you said is obsessed with money? Why did you not take her? Because in my eyes, the mom is a villain too. Who leaves their child with a parent that is severely inept, who has succumbed to the wilds of this stupid ass society? So, but we do get a flash. I'm guessing she ended up getting Shademon around that time, or maybe this is just the nightmare she's having. But in there, Shademon, you know, takes over her mom's shadow. It's like, no, I'll stay. We'll be a happy family. She says, Shademon, no. She wakes up crying. You know, she's holding on to Baby Bat. Hold on to Baby Bat, because remember, they stole Baby Bat. And, you know, she's shaking and crying. Baby Bat is like shaking too, visibly upset. Baby Batmon will not take her E-Pulse. I'm only drinking Makoto's E-Pulse. That's my That's my partner. I ain't doing it. I love that. It is literally. I do like how the Digimon are mirror reflections of their partners, because if Makoto wasn't such a good person, 10-year-old, 13-year-old, I feel like the Batmon would be a little bit of an a-hole. It's you can see the mirror reflections. Like Pristimon, I finally remember Wolvermon's form, is kind of like proper, right? Now it can get a bit of an attitude, but it seems proper and it's stuff like that. It's kind of weird that Reina is such a Sundre. So am I missing the Sundre part, or is Pristimon just like the underlying part of her personality? I digress. Even her father mentions like that ugly, freaky, my daughter's freaky possessed, and that ugly thing there is a reflection. That ugly Shademon is a reflection of it. He rightfully points out, no matter how, I actually wrote that down word for word. She's no different from it. No matter how much Shademon tries to please her, she keeps abusing it, and it keeps coming back, right? It's just like she keeps trying to please him. It's crazy because she does not want to give up baby Batmon. But he's like, nah, I'm making money. I'm getting that item. And we find out that the item is actually it's a green Sapotama, but it's a falsified one. It's what the villains, I take a picture of the villains. This is the people who are meeting up to take this, I'm 6 minutes at this bitch here, trying to take baby Batmon. And they have this item, and it's a fake ID. And I love how all this turns on his head, where Makoto, by the way, Makoto kicked him and he full on slapped the kid. Oh, he gets his just desserts. We'll talk about that in a minute. But Makoto's like, so you only got one fake Sapotama? And you see the Hakuto. By the way, Hakuto always speaks in the third person. That is kind of an important thing when you think about Japanese culture, because that means she's like the princess treatment. She is very she's very I don't want to say kiddish, because she is a kid, but what is another person, kind of like Anya from Spy Family? Anya speaks in the third person. Hakuto, she speaks in the third person. So I see the mirrors here, but she's like, don't you want me anymore? You don't want. And dude's pissed off that the little princess, he called him, has called him out on it. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna start over without you. Here's my last request: get all of them, get them all, kill them all. You Shademon and kill them all. It does get broken because the lady shoots it, because she's like, oh, you just plan on using Shademon using your daughter to just wipe us all out while you ran away. I have a gripe too about these bad guys. Excuse me. Let's talk about I don't know what this evil group is funny. They busted out guns. She had a gun. She was gonna shoot Kyo. Kyo's like, guns don't work on Digimon. Yeah, but they work on you. And Kyo's so bad. Look, I take back what I said about him being like suspect, even though he does have like hidden stuff about him, like the baby Digimon he feeds alone. It looks like in the next episode he has something going on with his neck, probably from feeding the baby Digimon alone. But he's like, oh, you think I'm by myself? And they crash through the glass and everything. Like, he's badass. He is badass. Especially when he's dealing with that broker who told them what was going on. He's like, I didn't know that the Chiropmon was your Chiropmon. He's like, I don't know a name. I just get the call when I put it out there, and I know where they're meeting. He's like, where are they going? I can't tell you that. Where are they going? Like Kyo had told him, like, Chiropmon is part of my family. He's like Dominic Toretto, except with a, giant Cougarmon looks, I guess it's a giant cat that turns into like a dog cat thing, but he has a giant cougar with him that grows up and has a blade. He's Dominic Toretto. Sometimes Stitch, Geckomon is Stitch, but yeah, he's been badass in here. And when they finish, he punched him. He's like, yeah, this one's for your daughter. Pow. He hit him pretty hard because Reina was like, She's like, damn. And he's like, this is for my family. I was about to make a Fast and Furious joke. But knocks him out. 2 hits. Yeah, he was pissed. He took full responsibility for what happened with Makoto and Chiropmon, because he's like, I shouldn't have let you come. I shouldn't have put you in that situation. He's a good leader. I like that. So, Makoto does. So hold on, before we do Makoto thing, the big. Oh yeah, here's an example. Well, it's gonna be backwards when I show you guys here, but him basically telling her, you're just like that big ugly thing right there. Poor girl. I hate it. I hate the dark. They use a lot of blue shading for the dark undertones. And remember last week when I told you all that Chiropmon had ties with Nene from Cross Wars within the manga, made her turn to like a dark Nene form, except she was half naked for some reason. I don't know why they did that, but they did a little representation of that. Let me see if I can get this to. Yeah, it's not gonna get any better than that. You can make the outline, right? Oh wow, I can't believe that's actually showing up better like that. So we get a nice little representation of that, because she wants to forget everything. She's just been mistreated by her dad. As a matter of fact, part of the reason why he also hates her is because, hold on, wait. He said that, and she even said, you treat me like a Digimon. She treats Digimon like toys. She keeps saying that until she gets her ass whooped. She gets that old Naruto knuckle punch. Mirror function, whatever. My little possessed daughter treats me. More importantly, that woman's blood flows in your veins. You hate your wife that much because she's mad because you got them kicked out of shitty utopia, but you care a lot about money. Like you are doing good, but you want to do even gooder. Nah, come on, dog. So yeah, I feel bad for her, even though I was saying, Hakuto, you've been a bit of a bitch here, calling the Digimon toys. I still feel bad for this character, like sincerely. This is what abuse literally looks like. And I still cannot believe, as a mother, you left her. It'd be one thing if you see the dad, like, I got to split up from your mom. She's crazy as shit and she cares about money. But, you need your mom because you're a kid. I'll be back. She didn't need to be a real parents. Children need their father, but still, not a bad one. So I don't know why you would leave your kid with just okay. Anywho, why is Chiropmon also that damn strong, right? I remember the Eyesmon being strong with kind of what it was doing in Adventure 2020 reboot. But this thing here, not only can it control both Gekomon and Wolvermon at the same time, it can also not only can it control those two, it can also go off and fight and then boost up Hakuto, getting inside her shadow, making her shadow angel Hakuto. This thing's kind of broke. It's still controllable, even when Muramasamon made a rift for them to go through, which closes right behind them, by the way. That is one of my gripes. I don't know if it closed behind them just so other people couldn't go through, but why wouldn't you have the other bad guys from the evil group that are selling Digimon and shit? How come you didn't? My big gripe that I was going to say for last is like, why did you let the bad guys go? Because the woman, she still stared at Chiropmon, and she even knows who you are. She's like, I'm gonna get you. I ain't gonna forget this. And her people leave. Why would you let them leave? Why? Was it so you could just get the gold Numamon and make sure they don't get killed? I don't know. That's weird for me. That's weird to me. I digress. I definitely digress, because now I'm asking, how do 3 different separate Digimon become a gold Numamon? Right? Do they have Sapotamas? There is some plot holes in here. But Chiropmon being that strong, he could do all that, and still she has a command over Chiropmon. Was it because her E-Pulse is that strong? Part of the reason why Chiropmon was so weak when it did the condensed echo move, the one that I did not take a picture of, but last week, but I did take a picture this time because just to show how big it is. Oh boy, that's shadow. That's too bright, but you can see how large that attack is. Matter of fact, you can even see in the next photo. Well, you can kind of see in the next photo if I can shift it correctly. That little overly bright dot, that's Hakuto. That's the homie, little baby bat. That's the big ass move hitting the other two. It's a huge move. He knew about that move because everyone Gekkomon's like, damn, I didn't know it could do a move like that. And was it Tomoro's like, I didn't know that you could just switch partners like that. And Makoto's like, no, I always knew about the move, but it takes a lot of E-pulse, and I'm just holding back Chiropmon. It's like, okay, that's why Chiropmon, had the sugar shakes. That explains also why it was weak the whole, sugar shakes had the weak the whole time. But is that also why she was able to have her Digimon control it and a bunch of others? It's just she's stronger. She openly says, why do you like this dang thing? It's nothing like you. And he's like, no, first of all, she crashes out because of her dad. But he flat out tells her, twisted or weak, the Digimon are a reflection of us, which he fails in his talking points right here, right? Hold on, if I could find this. Because, she's going on like, this is my soul, I'm twisted, and everything just needs to be erased. She wants to erase all of it. Just get rid of everything. Man, that move called Kill Me is so funny. Oh, interrupt myself. Shademon got pissed off at her dad and did the move, what's it called? Fall from Death or something like that? Yeah, Free Fall Death, which makes you see like, oh, you're falling from a great height, and just he passes right out. Silly ass Kill Me move. I hate, just the name is goofy. So edgy. This Digimon's edgy as shit too, though. But it doesn't matter if you're twisted or weak. He goes on saying he can never say what he wants to do. He also dressed very poorly. Like, in the future, do rich people still dress like stupid ass Europeans? Because that outfit is dumb. Anyway, I don't have the strength to fight like everyone else. You and Tom, I don't care how strong Gekkomon is. Both of y'all get y'all ass whooped by stronger level champions. I digress. But says it's just like little baby Batman, They Digimon show how weak and twisted we are, but I still love. Says he loves his Digimon. I love Chiropmon. And Chiropmon just like breaks free of the control and says, I love you too. Like, it's a love fest going on. But my thing is that speech, maybe it was mistranslated. It would make more sense if you said, doesn't matter if you're twisted or if you're weak. The Digimon are a reflection of ourselves, and we should love ourselves. And I love you, Chiropmon. And Chiropmon goes, I love you. That would make much more sense. But again, Makoto is a brainy 10 to 13-year-old, because Tomoro's 16 and Rain is probably 17. Let's just say 13, 14-year-old. That's a shitty speech. 100% a shitty speech. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's how we get the evolution, put more power into it. Yeah, let's talk about. I'll show you the picture I took of it. It's called Night Chiropmon, which, remember, Chirptera means bat. And I was holding myself back from saying this, but you all knew where I was going with this, right? It's literally Batman. It's literally Batmon. And when you look at the design for Night Chiropmon, you're telling me that's not a cow, that this isn't Batman? That's just not like the armored Batman toy that based off of the armor that Batman used to fight is it Azazel? I think it's Azazel, not Azrael, but Azazel or Azrael. I can't remember which name it is. Literally, one of its moves is called Giant Ring. It throws a Batarang. That's how I beat the other Digimon. That's how I beat, turn her back and beat them. Let's talk about him real quick. Well, I still got a little bit of time, right? It's a champion / adult Beastman virus type. A Beastman Digimon whose whole body is covered in a high-tech stealth suit, Batman. Although it's a Digimon that specializes in nighttime reconnaissance and information gathering, it also excels at close combat with taijutsu. I thought it was going to be a ninja. I guess that's reserved for Gekkomon. This whole suit covering his body stops light from it reflecting, and it produces virtually no sound. And since it prevents body heat from escaping, it's difficult to catch a sight of it. I guess it must shield people from seeing body heat, like predator vision or something like that, right? The helmet allows it gives echolocation functions, and we see it instantly looks for the two Digimon that have been taken over. Uses this move, Mesmer Burst, which is ultrasonic waves from the fingertips that's supposed to paralyze. No, it broke them free, so it has multiple uses, right? The scan is called Providence Scan. Apparently this thing might have some ties to D Brigade, because it says because of Knight Chiropmon's abilities features intended for military use, it suggested they might take in leaked development data from a certain mechanized brigade in the digital world as it evolved, kind of like the Bearmon that turned into the hover thing and then turned into the bigger hover UFO thing. It more than likely is the D Brigade. But yeah, it's literally Batman. Quite literally Batman. And I do like how Chiropmon, because she throws like a dragon arm at them to try to grab them. And where Batman stands in front of Makoto, he's like, hey, no, we can't do this. Hakuto, please stop her. Save her. I'll save her. Batarang. And she eventually goes, I love you, Chiropmon, or should I say, I'm going to stand beside you. Now, she's come to terms with her Digimon. That's a reflection of her. She just has to deal with who she is. Stop being I wish this was highlighted more. I need to stop people pleasing. And then if I want to get stronger, Chiropmon wants to get stronger for Makoto. Makoto wants to get stronger for Chiropmon. This should have been emphasized more. What I do like, here we'll show her happy in the end. Because guess what, y'all? Her mom sent her letters. And so she's going to her mom. Even though, she never went because her dad would tell her don't go. You're a shitty mom. You could have went and got your daughter at any time. I do like that Kyo offers her a spot on the team. I hope she comes back and takes it. Probably come back like around episode 20, maybe 25. Take it. I hope, what's our girl Hiromi? I think that's her name. He told me, I hope she gets a Digimon and she gets on the team. I need that. That's what I need. I digress. I do like how we see her dark E-Pulse. Now, maybe her E-Pulse is always black and red like her Digimon, but next week's episode, called A Black Emotion, is showing that evil, dark, black thing, emotion that Tomura gets that comes over Gekkomon, which saw that in Gammamon, but okay. So I wonder if the E-Pulse is emotional pulse, right? Not electronic pulse like we thought. Maybe it's emotional pulse, or maybe the E can be multiple things. Because if her emotions are run that high, her emotional state is that strong, her Digimon could take over multiple Digimon at one time. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm getting here? I do like how, Chiropmon say you want to erase all the memories, but that means you're going to erase good memories. And she thinks of meeting Makoto. That's going to be your girlfriend, dog. Here's my thing. Please change your outfit. You look ridiculous. I digress, though. Good episode. Just wished, why did you let the bad guys go? It's so weird. We also need to address the whole, I still don't understand, how does the ministry decide who gets to keep a Digimon, who doesn't, when you lie and say, oh, they're just holograms and they're just glitches. So, they delete the Digimon themselves, but how do you all decide? How do you all go, oh, well, she has one, you can't stay in the egg anyway, so you have a Digimon, just go ahead and keep it. That'll probably never get explained, but hey, here's a cute picture of where Makoto says, because what they're talking about the egg, how Pristimon says, I've never seen so much stuff in one place. And Geckomon's like, we didn't get to eat the food. And Makoto goes, yeah, there's a lot of things there, but there's no Digimon. And I like that, which means I like it here a lot more. This is cute. This is cute. That's cute. That's very cute. That's very, very cute. Good episode. 4 out of 5. It's 4 out of 5. It's not bad. Geckomon, if you don't evolve next week or within 2 weeks, where it's like, oh man, darkness, because we're fighting this bad thing. If I remember correctly, yeah, they're fighting bad guys. Kyo looks hurt. We're gonna see Monkeymon again, which means I'm pretty sure Monkeymon, and then the guy Monkeymon is probably a fire type, because I saw the person that was wearing the fire like outfit, because it's anime. We love our tropes. If you're fire, you're gonna have red on. You're gonna, So Tomoro, you're the last person. All y'all should have had champions by episode 7, but I gave you till 10. I was right. If it doesn't evolve next week, probably week after next. But yeah, E-Pulse is probably emotional post. So I still enjoy the little bits of lore, the things that you gotta pay attention to. I'm hoping that these are things that you should pay attention to, and not just me going, oh, I see a concept here, kind of like what happened in Ghost Game, where I see a concept and I'm like, that concept's kind of cool, and sometimes they touch on it more, and sometimes they just make a left and never talk about it ever again. There it is. That concept is out the door. Let me know what you thought of the episode in the comment section down below. Do you like Batmon? Batmon's okay. I don't know. I kind of like my Beast Digimon a little bit more beastie, like a beastie boy, but that's okay. Design's not bad, but it's obviously Batman. Looking forward to seeing. So we have Wolvermon, who is not Galgamon. We have Batmon. Geckomon has to turn into a ninja because of the moon and Gecko and the Gecko ninjas, the Gekkoga ninjas, and that's kind of Koga's name from Pokemon. Gekkoga ninjas. I'm gonna guess that the champion form for Geckomon is gonna be a ninja, but I bet that mega form is gonna be a rock star, a drummer or something, because again, Tomoro likes to drum. Again, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Do not forget, hit the like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified of more videos like this. Share this video, visit that Patreon link in the description below. I appreciate whatever you all choose to donate. Please be good, be blessed, wash your hands, drink some water. I hope you had a safe and good weekend. All right. I'm also playing some of the beta for Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. The lives for day 1 and 2 are up. Go ahead and give those a watch. And, be safe out there. All right. I know things are crazy. I know times are hard. And if you're feeling down, you're feeling out, you're feeling pressed and depressed, please reach out and talk to somebody. There are people out there that would rather talk to you today than to miss you and mourn you tomorrow. And, there are people in your lives that would like to help you carry your burdens. All right. You want to talk to me? My social medias are in the description below. Please give me a follow, say hello, be mellow, and we'll be good to go. All right, good Digi people. I'm going to see y'all next time. Let's get digitized.